Okay, so today we are going to do a math lesson and we are going to talk about money. So, first of all, can you tell me what these are?
Penny, nickel.
But what are they like? Do you know what they're all called?
Yes.
What are they called?
Penny, nickel, dime, quarter.
Uh-huh. So do you know what they're called? Like, it's not cash or bills, but they are
Cent.
So they're coins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to learn some different things about coins. So, first of all, we are going to read what we're going to do during the lesson. So I wrote this out, and we're going to read this together. So, we will name coins and their values and discuss their characteristics. Do you know what characteristics means?
No.
So it's like we're kind of going to be able to tell different things about the coins, like what color they are and how big they are and those kinds of things. That's kind of what characteristics means. So, and then at the end of the lesson,
I will be able to write the value of each coin and put the matching coin next to it.
Okay? So you kind of know what we're going to do together and then what you're going to have to do at the end of it. So, first of all, you kind of already named some of these, but we're just going to go through this. So, can you tell me what this one is called?
Quarter.
Mm-hmm. And then, let's see. What about this one? Do you know what that one's called?
Dime.
Mm-hmm. And this one?
Nickel.
Uh-huh. And what about that one?
Penny.
Very good. Okay, so now that you know what
there is no $50.
You're right. There's not. We only have quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. So a lot of people don't use $50, do they?
Mm-mm.
Some people do.
I saved my $50.
You save yours. Okay, so now that we know what they're called, now let's try to look at some of the characteristics. So you remember I said that's different things about them. So let's look at these 4 coins and see what you can tell me about them. What do you notice about these?
These 3 go in size, but instead of going higher, this one suddenly drops to the smallest.
Right, so in size, the dime is smallest, but in value,
it's
second from biggest. Yeah. Good job. Okay.
And this one is brown and it has a picture of Abraham Lincoln on it.
Uh-huh.
This one is gray and the smallest, and it has a picture of Roosevelt. This is a quarter and it has a picture of George Washington.
Okay. So, that's really good. You know a lot about coins, obviously. So let's see. Okay, first, can you tell me how much this one's worth?
5 cents.
Is it 5?
Wait, no, that 25 cents.
Good job. Okay, what about this one?
10 cents.
And what about that one?
5 cents.
And what about this one?
1 cent.
So you guessed 5 cents on that one because they're almost the same size, aren't they? And the pictures kind of look the same and they're the same color. But can we, here, pick some of it up and see what you notice about it when you feel it.
This one's thicker. And they have different symbols on the back.
They do, you're right. Do you notice anything else? Have you ever felt of the edge of them?
No.
If you feel the edge of them, see how this one's kind of rough and that one's really smooth? And it's smooth on the penny, but then it's also rough on the quarter. Isn't that kind of interesting how they're all different?
It's for blind people.
And then they can feel what the differences are, yeah. Yep, so it feels pretty different. So those are the different characteristics of the coins. So now I'm going to hold each one up, and then you're going to tell me everything you know about it, okay? So we'll start with this one. What can you tell me about this one?
That one's a quarter, and it is gray, and it has a picture of George Washington, and it has the old-fashioned ones have an eagle on the back, and the bald eagle for the state, and on the sides it says all of them will say Tory and the date at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. It says Liberty. Mm-hmm. Okay, what about this one?
It's a dime and it's gray, and like the others, it has a Roosevelt, a president, and at the bottom it tells the date.
Mm-hmm.
And but most coins have Liberty at the top, and it has a torch and two leaves, which I forgot what they're called.
Okay. Well, what is it? How much is it worth? Do you know?
10 cents.
Okay. Good job. And then tell me everything you know about this one.
This one is a nickel, and they all coins, I think, say "In God We Trust," and it tells the date.
Mm-hmm. So you know a lot about all of these.
1905, and it has a president, and it has his house built for him.
And then what about this one?
This is a penny. It is brown. It has Abraham Lincoln. It has the date. The word liberty, in God we trust, and it has a shield, and it has 1 cent, and and 1 cent.
Okay.
Also tell how much you have, how much it's worth.
Right. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing again, kind of, except I'm going to mix them up, and then I'm going to cover them up, and I'm going to pull one out, and you're going to tell me what it's called and how much it's worth. Okay?
Okay.
So, this one.
Quarter, and it's worth 25 cents.
Good job. Okay, there's that one. This one.
That's a dime, and it's worth 10 cents.
Good job. Let's see. This one.
That's a penny, and it's worth 1 cent.
Very good. And last.
That's a nickel, and it's worth 5 cents.
Very good. Okay, so now that we've learned some different things about the coins, I'm going to give you an activity sheet that you are going to do, or we'll do it together. So lay that here. So what you're going to do is you see it has the different values. So 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, and 1 cent. And so you're going to pick the coin that matches that value and put it in the box over here.
1, 25, 10, 5.
Very good. Okay, so now that we've done that, do you know if there is a way that we can make 5 cents without using this coin?
Use 5 pennies.
Can you show me how to do it? If we put this one over here. Okay, good job. Okay, so what about if we try to make 10 cents with something other than a dime?
Wait, without a dime.
Okay, is there another way we can do that? What's another way? Can you show me another way?
Let's see.
Good job. Okay, so there are 3 different ways to make 10 cents and 2 different ways to make 5 cents. Is there another way to make 1 cent?
No.
No, because it's just
Unless
1
you
cent.
minus cents.
You have to subtract it, right? Okay, so what about, let's take all this off. And then what about if we're trying to make 25 cents in a different way? How could we do that?
Wait. 10 cents plus 10 cents and a nickel.
Can you show me how you counted that?
10, 20, 25.
Okay. And then what about another way to make 25 cents? Is there a way to make it without using the dimes?
Yes.
How can we do that?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Good job. Okay, so I think you know your coins pretty well. You know a lot about them. So now I'm going to have you do an activity all by yourself. And do you remember what we said you would be able to do at the end? Do you want to look at it again?
Yeah.
Okay, it says, I will be able to write the value of each coin and put the matching coin next to it. Okay, so I'm going to give you this piece of paper and a pencil. You can choose a color. Green's your favorite color, isn't it? Okay, and then you are going to write the value of each coin and then put a coin next to it. So you can decide whether you want to write the number first or put the coin first. But either way, just make sure that you write the value on one side and put the coin next to it.
Does it have to be in order?
It doesn't. Do you want this to write on top of so it'll be harder?
Yeah.
There you go. You're going to make it complicated. You switched them up. Good job. Okay. Well, so you just did the part all by yourself. You wrote out the values so you know how much each coin is worth. And you know how to talk about the coins. You know how to tell what's on them and how they feel and how big they are and how small they are. So you did a really good job.